So in this class, we're really, it's a 15-week semester, and we have 3 different modules. But for the mechanical engineering module, we are going to spend our first week, lecture 1, which is going to be basically an intro into mechanical engineering, and all the different subdisciplines. We are going to have a lab each week as well. So our lab 1 is going to be basically creating a 3D printing lab, where we're going to create basically gears in Autodesk Fusion 360. And that will be your lab activity. Lecture 2 is going to be all about the concept of statics. Statics is one of the most fundamental courses in mechanical engineering. It's dealing with forces and structures and things that are under loads, and how do we treat those loads to maintain equilibrium. That lab will be, as you may have guessed it, dealing with a statics lab with basically loads and vernier, force plates, and lots of other equipment. Lecture 3 is going to be about dynamics. So while statics is all about systems that basically follow this law, sum of the forces equals ma equals 0, this is static equilibrium. Dynamics, I'll try to write that. Dynamics, on the other hand, and vibrations, they are governed by sum of the forces equals ma, which is not equal to 0. So moving systems. And we're going to have a fun lab where we're going to basically have a mass connected to springs here and here and walls, and you're going to measure essentially the frequency of that basically mass and cart system. And you're actually going to solve your first ODE. Lecture 4 is going to be all about materials. So material science and engineering. So we're going to take materials, we're going to apply a force, we're going to look at stress and strain curves and see how the system responds. Hopefully we'll have our new very, very, very fancy universal testing system up and running. And then finally, in Lecture 5, we're going to give you a brief introduction to controls and robotics. For this lab, we're going to break things in materials. That's the fun part. And controls and robotics, we're going to do an exam review, and then also get into hopefully a lab where we can kind of create and drive a robot around. So each of these 5 weeks, it's going to be pretty intense. Obviously, make sure that you attend and come to class, review the lecture notes, watch these videos ahead of time. They're all posted on our Canvas page. Each week, there's going to be an assignment. Sometimes it may be something as simple as a quiz. Other times, it'll be a problem set where you're going to submit electronically. Additionally, each week, we're going to have a little pre-quiz, which is going to be basically, did you watch these videos? Are you prepared ahead of time? So make sure that you do those things. And if you do that, you're going to be extremely successful in this course. So problem sets, those little weekly quizzes, labs, and then eventually an exam. But if you do all these things, you're going to be extremely successful. And again, just to kind of emphasize, again, mechanical engineering is one of the most broad disciplines of engineering. We're going to get into it in quite a bit. But you're going to expose to a lot of different information. And typically, if you go through, and we're going to talk about PhD programs, there's something called a written qualifying exam. So it's an exam where if you pass, you can continue with PhD. If not, you're kicked out of the program. For mechanical engineering, some of those passing rates can be as low as 10%. So basically, out of 10 candidates, only 1 is able to make it through for mechanical engineering because it is so difficult, so popular, so valuable. So it's a tough program. And we're going to push you in this, in Cal Poly Humboldt, with us, we're going to push you quite hard. So we're expecting a lot. But we expect tremendous work ethic, intellectual curiosity, and a willingness to learn from your instructors and from your peers. So if you're willing to put in the work, you're going to be extremely successful. And we want all of you to become trusted mechanical engineers. And we want you to represent yourselves in Cal Poly Humboldt with pride. So that's kind of the idea. So next time, the next video, we're going to get into all the different subdisciplines, and we'll see you then. So this is an outline of what's to come. So can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.